With the rear suspension modelled, we can now move to the steering mechanism area. Here we see the rack and pinion steering. So we have the steering wheel, a bar, and then a pivot. That pivot has two holes. One is attached to the rack and the other is attached to the body of the car. The rack bar has two holes. These holes are attached to the front wheel pivot. The rack itself is modelled by creating one tooth and then creating a pattern of that single tooth. And we can see in profile that I've created a triangular shape. To drive the wheels, we need to create a gear. And here we see the gear. It's a simple extrusion, and a circular pattern was created from that extrusion. Then a hole was created for the steering wheel. Here we see the steering wheel. The steering wheel is connected to the pinion gear, which drives the rack, which eventually turns the wheels. Here we can see the location of the steering wheel. And we created a hole in the body of the car for the steering wheel to go through. When all the assembly constraints are applied and you're convinced that they work correctly just by dragging on them, you can also do something called drive the constraints. So I've renamed one of the constraints to drive turn wheels, so I know which one it is. And I've set it to a 20-degree range. And you can see that the wheels are moving. So that proves out your design.